Hello and welcome to a modern stream. We're going to be trying out the latest, hottest tech in the world of Amulet Titan. And we're, of course, talking about Hydroid Krasis. And even more importantly, Sakura Traveler, but Hydroid Krasis, though. So the deal here is, I think Steve is very legit. I think that if you are expecting to get Blood Moon all the time, Sakura Tribe Elder is actually a very legit thing to be doing. It also gets cast of Cavernous Souls, which is relevant. Like, it actually does come up a fair amount. And then it finds your either basic forest or basic island. And what this does is it ramps you in such a way where you are safe from Blood Moon. So, neat, cool. That's very, very nice. Now, what people have been doing, and this is like the tech that came from that top 8 list from the showcase a couple of weekends ago. Hydroid Krasis. Now you're playing against Murktide, your opponent has a Magus in play, you are kind of crippled. Well, what you can do is you can use Steve to go find your basic island, and then you can start to chain a bunch of Hydroid Krasis. We see we have actually extra 2 copies in the sideboard, and we're started to change Krasis. They get better the more that you draw, which is funny because like they draw into one another, which is kind of neat. And then they help you stabilize. And not only that, but they also draw you cards. So you can find, you know, the Dismember that you maybe need. You can find the Boseiju that you maybe need and stuff like that. So we're going to be trying this out today. I'm sold on Steve. I think Steve is very legit. Not so sold on Krasis just yet. So that's what we're going to be trying today. We're doing some science. Live science on stream today. In the sideboard, I'm also trying out another card that I found interesting. This was something that Pond and Wine has been doing, and Canister did this past weekend as well. And that is adding Hold the Storm Giants, which is an interesting card to add. But the theory here is that we want to add like a threat that we can find against like control decks and against stuff like Murktide as well. Hole is a nice card to find off of your Primeval Titan trigger. And obviously, you know, Ward 3 is very, very strong when you put it on a 7/7. So, also, and this is very, very important to point out, the creature is a giant, right? So it goes with our giant theme that we have going on in the deck today. But yeah, everything else is what we have come to like and love in the Amulet decks. Endurances, Force of Vigors, 3 copies of Dismember. Dismember, you know, very, very important against stuff like Yakmoth, against Magus of the Moon, of course. And then, well, you know, the Krasis and an Emrakul, the Promised Land for the 4-color matchup. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. I'm very interested in trying this out. I was also considering playing like a Steve list with Karn, but I ended up choosing to go this route instead. I will have time to play Karn Steve list eventually, but yes, we're gonna jump into a league right now. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you for number 1. Alright, how do we feel about this hand? I think I like it. Keep it. Kind of awkward that... Alright, opponent is F16 through their turn. Maybe hopefully they F3. There we go, they did F3. Okay, so opponent some sort of Belcher nonsense, which probably means that we lose the game. But I'm going to lead on Basic Forest Amulet now, not only because it allows me to draw it on turn 2, but also because I don't get my land destroyed by a Blood Moon. We're going to lose this game though, like we're not ready for this matchup. We're not ready for the Belcher matchups, only 2 Boseijus, and like, you know, yeah, we're not ready. Jeff Cat with the tier 1 sub, coming back for 33 months, thank you for that. Send you a PayPal done a couple of weeks ago. I guess you missed. Here's the list. Okay. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. But yeah, I'll look into it. I'll look into it for sure. Okay, so turn 2 Belcher. Can we draw the Boseiju? Boseiju off the top, 1 time. Let there be justice. That's not justice. I guess my opponent still needs to have a land or whatever. Yeah, sure. Here's a Dryad. And I guess here's an Ursa Saga. Kill me, I guess. Do you ever scoop to conceal info? Not really, because like my opponent could not have it, right? No, case in point, right? We don't have... What's his name? We don't have Crumbling Vestige, which is kind of a problem. But we're gonna be able to blow up my opponent's Belcher. Warlock with the Prime Staff, 26 months, thank you for that. Do we Plague the Evoke Disenchant? No, we have Boseiju, who shelters all. So, green, 6 mana. Summoner's Pact for Primeval Titan. Yes. Vesuva, Slayer's Stronghold. Haste. So I guess we lose to Blood Moon. I guess I could have played around Blood Moon if I wanted to. So now I feel like an idiot. We're gonna get Boseiju, Growth Chamber. And I guess I'm losing to Blood Moon regardless, so I'm not gonna play around it. Now, my opponent had an ETB tapped land. Which is very interesting. So... Do I want to blow this up? Instead of these? This is interesting, right? My opponent could have activated Belcher last turn, and they didn't. So, if I blow up the land, and my opponent, like, they could have a Blood Moon in hand, technically, right? So if I blow this up and they have a Blood Moon, I lose the game. But if I blow up the land, if I blow up the Belcher, they can just cast the Blood Moon and I lose. So if I blow up the land, they cannot activate Belcher, and I lose to a top deck Ritual or to a top deck untapped land. They play 4 Blood Moons, I imagine. I have to blow up the Belcher though, right? I have to blow up the Belcher. They just concede. Okay. That was interesting though, right? Like that was not so clear cut. That was definitely not so clear cut. That sucks. That sucks. Just want to cut a couple of... Can I afford to cut a couple of sagas? Like, if my opponent Blood Moons me, I'm just fucked anyway, right? So what's really the point on cutting sagas? Like, I should just, like... I guess I'm on the draw. Yeah, I guess I'm on the draw. On the play, I'm gonna be bringing those sagas back. But on the play... On the draw, I'm gonna, like, do this instead, I think. Yeah, 11 years smarter and attractive. That was pretty clear cut. I don't think it was as close as you folks are making it out to be. I think there was a very real reasoning for blowing up the land instead of blowing up the Belcher. Hope this small tournament is sound. I'll copy your list, so please enlighten me. I mean, I'm trying stuff out. I don't know if this is good or not. Maybe it is. Who knows? Well, this hand is a trap, so I'm gonna ship it. Opponent? Chip. Opponent also moves to 6. I mean, this hand is kind of funny. Am I keeping this? I kind of want to keep this, but it's a little bit awkward. Because I lose to Blood Moon. It is slow. I guess if I had 2 Bosages, maybe I would keep this, but with only 1, I think I'm gonna ship. All right. Keep this, and we're gonna do this, I guess. How does Tribal come into the deck list? Because the best deck in the format is trying to Blood Moon you out of the game. This is not the best deck in the format, by the way. Not this one. Okay. I'm not gonna play Bounce Land, because if I play Bounce Land, then I get time walked by Blood Moon, so I'm just gonna chill here. Magus of the Moon! Oh no! I guess I'm bringing in these members, huh? I didn't know that Belcher was playing Magus now. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? In fact, it makes even more sense out of Belcher than out of any other deck. Maybe I should have some Krasis. If my opponent is trying to play a slower game with Magis, maybe I should be adapting accordingly. Attack, coward. Good. Land. Pact. Primeval Titan. Get a couple of basics. And I want to get the basics now so that I can pay for Pact and I can hardcast this Force if I want to. End step Valakut Awakening. Okay. This is a 2-turn clock technically, so my opponent needs to chomp next turn. Not this coming turn, but the following one. I mean, if they don't have it, we may be able to get away with murder here. Opponent could have Fury. I really doubt it, but maybe they do. I don't know. And the nice thing is that this Force has a Belcher covered. Like if my opponent plays a naked Belcher like they did last game. Paths are being recrossed. At least we get to, you know, see how my opponent's sideboarded. So they do have Magus. Reforge. Offer you can't refuse. How the hell are they casting this? Force of Vigor, Old Frame, Respect, opponent, Respect. Pact of Negation. Okay, so I guess I have to bring in this member. That's kind of awkward. Can we see a Boseiju off the top? We have 2 looks at a Boseiju. 2 looks at a Boseiju. Oh no, my opponent won the clash. And they bottom turn Timber, Symbiosis. I guess this is a Boseiju, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, pay for Pact. 1, 2, 3 to transmute, and I'm 1 mana off. So I guess it's not a Boseiju. It's so close to a Boseiju, though. It's so freaking close to a Boseiju. But it just doesn't work, right? There's just no way around it. We have to bottom that. Just gotta bottom that. I do not have Vestige. That's why that's not able to save you. Also not able to save you. For what's worth. Zwing. Let's get just a couple of bounce lands, I guess. Like, it doesn't really matter what we get here. Doesn't change anything. Am I off that Pioneer Ignis combo? No, I simply have not been playing it. I think I'm gonna blow up the treasure token, right? Because, like, my opponent needs to chump next turn, so I'd rather just get value from this. Maybe they needed that mana, I don't know. But yeah, the force is gonna get discarded regardless, so might as well. Draw 7. Woo! But yeah, I've been playing that deck in Explorer. Pact of Negation. Opponent did not. They did not take the bluff. Okay, we lost. Any success with it? Yes, I've been doing well with it. It's been a lot of fun. So I guess I need his members, which is kind of weird. Let's do that. On the play. No. Go to 6. Man, this hand is so awkward, man. If this were an ETB untapped land, I would probably keep this hand, but I can't. Ugh. Bottom you and bottom. I guess I'm gonna bottom the Dryad. Saga. Here we go. I'm gonna play this build yet. What's the purpose of Hall? It's a threat that you can untap green. The unluckiest. It's a threat that you can find off Primeval Titan. A difficult to answer threat. Racked up another power with Temur Titan creativity. Have you found a good threat to pivot into against burn in order to just seal the deal? Not really, no. So now I just have to draw a basic. Easy game. Easy enough to do. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. At least kill me quickly, opponent, you know? Just get it over with. Make it painless. Or make it quick and painful. What a deck, Belcher. The best draw. Desperate Ritual. Iron Cracked Feet. Okay. You got me, Belcher Gamer. See you next round. Okay, round number 2. Terrible hand. Ship it. Better hand. I guess we're gonna keep this bottom the basic forest. Sounds pretty hot. can get to do some damage with this hand. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Naturally drawing the Cavern of Souls versus the Murktide gamer. You love to see it. You love to see it. No threat on 2? Woof! I was thinking of playing Enderscale Worm or Ion in the sideboard and just side out Titan, then it's only 1 or 2 slots unless you have a plan. Sure. It's a bad plan though. Like, having a plan is not great if the plan is bad, you know? I guess it's not great, it's just not enough. That's what I mean. Well, this game is going exactly according to plan. Ragavan Nimble Pinfer has entered the exile zone. They found a threat though. Primeval Titan is a nice top deck. Float some mana there. Put an Amulet in play. Here's a Castle Garenbrig. Here's a Dryad. Here's a Cavern of Giant. Here we go. Things are looking good for the good guys. The list just dice to Necromancer are similar, doesn't it? I mean, you can just hit your land drops and kill your opponent with Valakuturs. But yeah, I mean, that's Emrakul is in the sideboard for a reason. Iona is just a bad card to have in your sideboard, though. Like, I'd much rather have access to the Angel. The Angel is so much better than Iona. Sarah's something. Any plan that involves signing out prime time since horrible to me. I mean, if you can bring in, you know, you're bringing in Emrakul or whatever, like, it's fine. So if they tap out, I just have lethal here, which is cool. So they're just gonna hit the Dryad and hopefully play a Murktide. That's why I'm here trying to figure out the cyber for a 5k this weekend. You're the Titan SME. I don't know what that stands for, but that sounds great. Thank you. Figured you may have some insight, but I guess all of us have the same issue. Maybe just give up on the matchup. What, the Murktide matchup? All right. Oh, you're talking about Yawgmoth. I mean, Yawgmoth is a bad matchup for sure, but like it's not that bad. Hey, Dr. Mayhander, how's it going? I think I want to bounce this. Maybe I should have bounced that instead. It's nice that I get to cast 2 Titans here. I can just find Cavern, Growth Chamber, Cavern of Giant. Subject Matter Expert. Oh, nice. Oh, Soulbeam Burn. Okay. Well, I mean, so, for the record, like, I built that creativity deck, and I played exactly 1 league with it. So I'm not like super experienced. I can only do so much. So my opponent could have double hit here. I mean, that would suck, but it's also like kind of fine. All right. The game plan. It's time for the game plan, chat. Look at that. Woof. It's time for the game plan, chat. Look at this. Whew. Hot. Hot, 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 hot. $32 lands. I like that. Oh, 31 lands. There we go. Bunch of Krasis. One single endurance. Triple dismember. I wonder if I even want this endurance. Endurance has gone down in value, to put it mildly. It's definitely not as good as it used to be, now that they have Ledger Shredder. Oh no! Oh, the packs. That's what I was missing. I'm like, what am I cutting here? Like, why am I cutting amulets? Like, yeah, I was supposed to cut a couple of summoners packs instead of amulets. That was my mistake. So if I keep this, and if I don't find an untapped green source, this hand is hella slow. I think it's fine though. It has a bog. It has 2 blockers on the way up. I really want to dodge this Magus though. Turn 1 Monkey would be pretty brutal though. Green source. Okay, so we're probably dead here. It's very interesting to me. Like, I've heard like blue-red Murktide players, and like very good Murktide players, and they were talking about how they cut Gracer in the how they cut Monkey in the Amulet matchup, and I'm just like, why? It's your best fucking card. It's the best fucking card, and you're like they're like, yeah, sure, but it gets blocked by Gracer. Whatever. Like, sometimes I don't get to play the Gracer on 1, and then this happens. Look at this. Look at this. Like, look at how much mana my opponent. I was supposed to be the ramp deck, you know? I was supposed to be the ramp deck, and now I'm just like, my opponent has twice the amount of mana that I have. More than twice after they hit the land drop. Cutting this card in this matchup is just so out there. It makes no sense at all to me. And sure, like, you will feel bad if you go turn 1 Monkey and I go turn 1 Gracer, but like, that doesn't happen all the time. The problem is, like, it's the effect of whenever it happens, it feels so bad that, like, you really remember when it happens, and then you immediately forget about the times where this happens, and you just go turn 1 Monkey, and then, like, I can never do anything. Lunderball with the Prime sub, thank you for that, appreciate it. Welcome back for the 8 months. So let's go Gracer first. Maybe he'll eat a counterspell. No counterspell. Unlucky, honestly. Bog you. I'm at work and must go. I know these beats don't make up for my presence, but you'll have to make do. I'll do what I can, Stabs. Thank you for the BDs. I will block. Good attack by my opponent right there. Sure. So let's go Gracer. Cool, cool, cool. Play that. Now we're gonna play Bounce Land first, and now we're gonna play the Dryad to make sure that if this Dryad does indeed resolve, we get to, which it's obviously very unlikely, but we would have gotten to play the extra land drop as well. So we are dead to... We're dead to Magus. Probably can't beat Magus. Or actual Blood Moon. Probably can't beat either of those. But if they don't have either of those, then we're going to be able to play a Krasis, which is nice. It's going to be a 4/4. It's going to draw me 2 cards. That's a Blood Moon. A Temur Murktide? Okay. Nice. I guess that was a good draw, huh? I guess that was a good draw. Dress down. If they have subtlety, it's kind of nice for me because they can't actually hardcast it. They would need to pitch to it, which is a nice little 2-for-1. Yeah, excellent, excellent. Well, my opponent, they have not fixed the top of their deck, so I'm going to put this Primeval Titan on top. They're going to top deck Iteration, obviously, and then they're going to Iteration into Blood Moon, because that's what, you know, Murktide gamers do, but... I guess they could also just Bolt, Gracer, and then attack and exile my Primetime deck. That would kind of suck. They also get to cast their own Primeval Titan. I would very likely lose to that. Ledger Shredder is not super threatening. Sure. I'll take it. What are we doing here? So we're just gonna get a bounce land. And Radiant Fountain? Just gain a couple of life. And then next turn we're gonna play a massive Krasis. Massive Krasis. Don't moon me, bruh. Sweet. Excellent. The game plan was enacted accordingly. Got there. See you next round. Round number 3, garbage hand. No companion revealed. Better hand, still garbage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could keep this. Nah. That's 5. And this is why you mulligan, chat. If you're ever wondering why we mulligan, it's because of this. So if I draw a Gracer or an Azusa, I win. But it's better for me to bottom the Gracer instead of one of these Amulets, because like this is a turn 3 kill regardless. While playing Titan was my greatest accomplishment, I beat a bunch of Hogaks in GP Hogak in Vegas. That's probably it. It's either that or top 64. I played 3 paper GPs, and one of them was during the Hogak times, and the other one was during the Ursaoko times, and I was the highest placing Amulet player in both of them. In one, I got in the Oko one, I got I think top 64, and in the other one, I got top 200. In the other one, I day 2'd, but I didn't cash. And that was while Phoenix was a deck. So opponent stepped out. They are on Rhinos. So I can go for it, but I lose to subtlety. Like, I straight up lose. Well, if they have force of negation, then it's no big deal, right? Because they just force this and I just move on with my life. But I have to pack for Azusa. And if my opponent's subtlety is the Azusa, I lose. Or if they dead gone the Azusa, I also lose. So the only thing I'm actually scared of is main deck Blood Moon. There's no way they're playing main deck Blood Moon, right? So I think I'm just gonna pass the turn. Like, there's no need for me to leave myself dead on board, you know? Sure, my opponent could Blood Moon me here and I would be very, very sad, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And they play 4 dead gone, and that literally just kills me, so. Don't do it. Oh, that's fine. Tem power? Tem power for 3 mana? Only Tem power for 3 mana? Let me show you how this is done, opponent. Let me show you how we do this. Tem power for 3 mana. Huh. Huh. Hold my beer. Yeah, exactly. Hold my beer, opponent. Cascade was a mistake. I mean, to be fair, this is a terrible matchup for us, right? So we're probably gonna lose this match, but it's just funny. Force of negation. Oh no. If only I had a way to play around that. If only I had a way to play around that force of negation. If only. If only. Waters Garrison, Slayer Stronghold. Opponent has seen enough. Cut this. I guess I kind of want to do the same thing, right? I'm on the draw, so like these sagas are gonna suck. So it's basically the same game plan, right? Done against Murktide. Maybe I don't want the dismembers. Beware of me. Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm saying. We do have some Boseiju action though. Do have a couple of Boseijus. Opponent's gonna have Force of Vigor as well. This is certainly interesting. Do I believe my opponent to be on Blood Moose or do I believe them to be on Magus? Because if they're on Magus, then I'm definitely going to be wanting some dismembers. Azusa does die to a lot of things. Is this a real Titan list? Thought you only played meme Titan. I am better known for playing meme Titan lists, but this is, I think, a real one. We'll see. Only one way to find out. Dismember. I think I'm gonna go with Dismember. Sand is a delight. Keep it. So turn 1 Amulet, because it's the highest ceiling. And then I can go turn 2 Asusa. Asusa. Oh, okay. How do I say my name? Great question. Francisco. No, F. Pavlush. It's a weird pronunciation because it's of Polish origin. So now that I find the other basic forest, I kind of want a Vesuva. I think that's what's up. And Gracer the Valakut. This means that if I draw an Amulet, like Blood Moon doesn't time walk me. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do Growth Chamber, Bounce, Asusa, basic, Steve. There's a reason I'm playing 4 turf and 1 sanctuary instead of the opposite. Yes, I had fire spout in my sideboard and then I forgot to change things back. So the answer is whoopsies. So I guess whatever they do here, I guess they can just hardcast Subtlety. That's whatever. Or not. Okay. Well, that's good. Let's get T-West Hall. Yeah, because even if my opponent does Blood Moon me, even if they do Blood Moon me, I can still transmute this T-West to find a basic island. And then take it from there. I'm not attacking because my opponent could have Rhinos. Like, there's just no reason to throw away one of my creatures. Force of Vigor, Otawara. What's bigger than a 4/4, chat? That's right, a 6/6. Good. Remember when my opponent forced that Amulet? I'm not gonna go for Asusa because for Dryad because my opponent can get me with force. But I'm gonna go for another Primeval Titan. What's up, JC? How you doing? Hardcast Force. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That sounds like Titan mana, chat. Yep. I guess at this point it's better for me to just go for Dryad. Like my opponent can 2-for-1 themselves to force the Dryad, but then they have no hand. I'm still getting another T-West and a bounce land from this Titan attack, and I'm just getting some free Valakut triggers out of the deal, and like they're just super dead. See you next round. Okay, what do we got here? This hand is so bad. So bad. Playing against Obosh. This used to be like one of the most dreaded things that anybody could reveal at the beginning of the match. It probably still is for us. Well, this hand's good against Blood Moon, if that's what my opponent's up to over there. I think I'm gonna keep it though. Keep it, bottom the forest. Yeah, because we already have 2 basic forests, so. Oh, nice, JC. That's awesome. Anyone else here miss Elvish Reclaimer? Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boy, do I miss Elvish Reclaimer. That little guy gave me so much happiness. So, I actually don't know what to do here. I think I want to lead on turn 1 basic forest. Because I think the construct tokens may matter, and I don't have the mana anyway. Legacy deck with Lord of Scramble, yeah, exactly. I miss it. So the argument for going for turn 1 Saga is in case I get Blood Moon, but if I get Blood Moon, I'm gonna get Moon on turn 2, and then I don't get my land destroyed, which is nice. This worked out, by the way. So next turn we can go Dryad. Hopefully we find a bounce land. Any land will do, but like bounce land would be the best. Steve would also be pretty sexy. But yeah, bounce land would be the ideal. Blood Moon? No Blood Moon. Your go. I will indeed lock your monkey. Still play Reclaimer Legacy sometimes, but Mother adds some flavor to the format. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I still think that, like, if I were to play a paper event, like an FNM or something, I would probably still play Reclaimer Amulet. It's just too much fun. Too much fun not to play Reclaimer Amulet. Is it great? Probably not, but boy, is it fun. Boy, is it fun. I could see just doing like Reclaimer things, but using like a basic planes and Steve tech. And if you have access to basic planes, then you can, of course, you can Eladamri Skull, but then you also can like Dragon Lord Dromoka, which would be interesting. You can also do other stuff like, I guess, Rest in Peace, but like I'm not even sure I want Rest in Peace. Basic Planes does open a couple of doors. Been playing the Rock with Reclaimer, it's a good time. Yes, big time. Wait, what? All right. That's cool. I don't really care about this though. Like even if I didn't have the Titan in my hand already, it's just like I can just Boseiju this. Like it's just whatever. So let's find, I guess, a bounce land here. I think so, right? The other option would be Boseiju, and then is that better? Actually, I think it is better, because what getting Boseiju here does is it allows me to, if my opponent does have a Blood Moon, we can just end step, blow out the Blood Moon, and then untap and Titan. If we find any land off the top. I mean, I'm gonna find Valakut off of this. So I'd rather just have... The problem is, like, Primeval Titan doesn't find me an answer to Blood Moon. Right? Yeah, opponent should 100% attack here. And I think I'm gonna take it now, or I guess I can block with the 1/1. I'm just gonna offer the trade with the 1/1 here. Boop. That way I don't expose the Dryad to a lightning bolt. What do you got over there, opponent? Obosh to hand. That's not it, champ. That is not it. Green mana. Amulet. Play that. Play this. Yep. That's what I thought. Okay, so all of these I like. All of these I do not like. Do I think my opponent's playing DRCs? They have to be playing DRCs, right? They just have to be playing DRCs. They're probably playing Magus as well. Gracer sounds fantastic. I have to assume my opponent's on a more mid-rangey list. Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of Blood Moons in my future. That's why I cut all 4 sagas. Like, I imagine, like, Blood Moon is just legit their main game plan against me. Just, like, straight up all that they want to do. I think we're gonna go with this. I could see cutting the Azusa instead of the Amulet. But, I mean, as a pack target, it's just so good. Let's just submit this. Of note, we played 4 matches. Out of those 4 decks were Blood Moon decks. 4 out of 4 decks that we played against were Blood Moons / Magus of the Moon decks. 4 out of 4. How good has Krasis been? Meh. This hand is garbage. This hand is a little bit less garbage. Just a little bit less. Don't monkey me, bro. Brutal. So that probably means we lose. I really need to draw a Gracer there. Oh, no, Steve. No, Steve. Not Steve. Yeah, this is a turn 2 Blood Moon and I can't beat that. Yep. Moving on. Moving on. Let's do this. Dude, imagine siding out Ragavan against Amulet just because we have Gracer in the deck, dude. Like, it just blows my mind. Every time I think about it, I'm just like, what? What are you doing? Oh, man. Just pro tip. Pro tip. Do not cut Ragavan versus Amulet. Just don't. So close. Okay. Okay, this hand's doing stuff. Keep it. I guess we ship this. I think so. So this has answers to both of the things my opponent could do. Blood Moon wise. Every time, dude. Like, turn 1 monkey, all 3 games. So what do we do here? Do I dismember this, or do I save it for Magus? I think I'm just gonna save it for Magus, and I'm just gonna take a bunch of hits from this stupid monkey. I just think I have to. I think it's better to save this member for the Magus. I guess my opponent could have actual Blood Moon, so I don't want to have 6. Oh no! Not my crazy boy! Not my crazy boy! Just 1 card too deep. Is side out Amulet a good idea? Yes. I cut a couple of... Wait, what? But why? This is so awkward, man. This is so awkward. Right here. On the chin. On the chin. I'm gonna take it. Dude, come on, man! Can I please draw my cards that are good in this situation? Please? Stupid monkey. Come on, man. Hook me up here. Deck. By the way, the reason why I did not play Growth Chamber last turn, it's because we would have tapped me out of Boseiju. That's cute. Love that. I kind of love that, actually. Alright, pass the turn. Why is this in my opponent's deck? I'm kind of surprised. I wonder if this is there just to enable Delirium. I could kind of see that, since having Delirium enabled is so important for them. They can cast this without even paying life. Wish. Wish for what? What you wishing for? Like, this is weird, but I think my opponent should have just cut the wishes and bring in the Blood Moon, honestly. So I can't Titan because my mana is awkward. But I guess I want a Krasis here. So... And this is why I always say that these cards are at odds with one another. So I don't understand when I see deck lists that have, like, you know, 2 or 3 castles and then just like 3 or 4 caverns. It's just like, just choose what is good, right? But if you have a bunch of caverns in your deck, then your castles just fucking suck. They're just like so bad. But yeah. So I guess I mean, I got a Krasis here, so I guess I'm gonna Krasis for just 2. Just make it 2/2. And play a Toleria West tapped. It's kind of very bad. But it allows me to Titan next turn. It also is a blocker for this stupid fucking monkey. So hopefully they don't have Blood Moon and they have Magus. Because I can, this member can kill the Magus. Man, this game would have been so much easier if I had drawn any of the cards that my opponent exiled with Monkey. Exiled Gracer, exiled like Steve, exiled Dismember, like all of these cards would have been great if I had drawn them. Oh yeah, please play the Dryad. Do it! Do it! Play that stupid and sexy Dryad. Seasoned Pyro, looking for a Magus. The right play. Definitely the right play. Oxophagonus? Jesus. Oof. Good thing it's Magus. Boop. I guess I want to bog and get a bog a Seiju. I probably a Valakut. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Valakut. I'm a little bit low on life though. It's kind of scary. Maybe it should have been a basic forest instead of this. Yeah, maybe I should have gone a basic forest. Or a bounce land so I can transmute this. I definitely want to get Bojuka Bog, because I feel like Unholy Heat is very much a possibility. And I guess even this Ox is sort of a possibility. I guess they were 3 cards away from Ox. It's not super likely, but... So if they have this turn to Blood Moon me, and if they don't Blood Moon me or kill me, I'm going to win. So they have exactly this turn. Dude, so many Blood Moons today, Jesus. 4 out of 4 Blood Moon decks in this league. Somehow 2-1 right now. Kind of unbelievable. Am I getting slow rolled here? I am getting slow rolled. Oh no, I'm not getting slow rolled. Am I? Still unclear. Come on, play that Bone Crusher. It's a 2-for-1, right? Isn't it tempting? Come on, opponent. Come on, opponent. Play the Bone Crusher. Crush some bones. Do it. Do it. Do it. Drum roll. Here we go. What's my opponent gonna do? Do you need a hand over there, opponent? Like, what's up? They're trying to cast Blood Hydra. That makes sense. Fury. My Primeval Titan. Okay. Okay. Fury plus Bolt is the line. Fury plus Flame Slash. Alright. Gonna take 6 down to 5 here. It's no joke. Basic Forest has been exiled. They can still cast this Bone Crusher for what's worth. So the hand is... Oh. Ah, you love to see it. This is just... This is just justice, man. This is just justice. That's what this is. Let's get Stronghold Bounce Land. Kill Monkey. Kill that. Always yes. Always healed. Bounce this. Play that. Face yeah. Whoops. I misclicked. Fuck. God damn it. I misclicked. Ugh. Well, that's annoying. Whoopsies. Now who's the slow roller? Well, I'm an idiot. I'm not a slow roller. I'm just an idiot. Misclick too strong. What happened? I misclicked. I didn't play my land. Like I didn't, like I pressed OK when so it passed priority and I didn't play the land. Yeah, time to die to Obosh was bold, right? God damn it. Well, I guess I deserve it now. There's Obosh. I mean, Obosh plus Ball doesn't kill me, but it kills my prime time, which puts me in a little bit of an awkward spot. Good for me that I decided to kill my opponent's creatures for the memes, actually. Otherwise we would be in a lot of trouble right now if I hadn't killed the Season Pyromancer and the Ragavan. Rewarded by rewarded by doing things for the memes. So Bounce Land wins. Natural land is fine. Like any land is fine. Yeah, that wins. All right. I will not misclick this time around, opponents. I will not misclick this time around. Never, ever punished. Why target dudes when I have Valak and Vesuva? I know. That's why, exactly. Because I have way more than lethal. Why wouldn't I destroy my opponent's board? Right? Like, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Why would I not? I like that we even get to bog them. Get in there, boys. Get in there, boys. Face. 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 Token. Token. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. 4 out of 4 Bloodmoon decks. Still 3 and 1 somehow. All right. Last round with Amulet today. Turn 1. on the draw. So we just have to find the Titan. And we have Bog and we have Valakut, so natural lands are also fine. Okay? Question mark? Den of the Bugbear has entered the battlefield. Huh. I think I'm gonna play out the Valakut in case I find an Amulet. Just pass the turn, straight up. Okay. Cavern on Giant. A Dryad. And I guess I can't Titan anyways. Wait, what? Huh. Well, I was gonna play the ball instead of the Growth Chamber. It's better if I draw Amulet, and it's better if I draw literally any land, because I can start just bolting my opponent's face, so... Oh, you were thinking over the hole in the world. I mean, they do different things, right? Like, one of them is a threat, the other one is an answer. So, they're very, very much not the same thing. I'm expecting the 5th Blood Moon deck for what's worth right here. I'm expecting mono red. Dismembers. Got a couple of pacts. 32 lands. We could go down to 31 if we wanted to. Not sure I do. Let's just do this for now, and then when we have more information, we can switch things up accordingly. Then for sure, it could be like the Spike deck, the red-black deck, which doesn't play Blood Moon, I don't think. Valakut might plus Dryad Eco and Scoop. I mean, we didn't really have that. I mean, we were still missing a land, but it was pretty close to being a Scoop, yeah. It's nice. It's nice that we are an hour and a half in, and I'm gonna have time for another league. Usually we're cutting it close, you know, by this time. But today we're gonna for sure have time for another league, which is beautiful. So answer to Blood Moon, answer to Gracer, and answer to Magus. Sign me up. Sign me up. This hand is fantastic. Could be Rakdos, only way I see with double. Yeah, that's my theory as well. That is very much my theory. Bog, pretty good against this deck. Alpine Moon, like straight up, turn 1, Alpine Moon. Without even knowing what I'm about to draw. So I guess it's not a Blood Moon deck, so now we know. You can hear the baby crying, yeah. Huh. I mean, it's kind of irrelevant here, but kind of weird. You would name that there. The thing is, if my opponent were ghosting, it would have been so much better for them to just go turn 1 go. it's just so much better for them to do that instead. Which is funny. Well, here's the Growth Chamber. Yeah, I guess it's John. Maybe John Saga, maybe not John Saga, who knows? So next turn we can play Krasis for 2. I probably want to do that, actually. I probably do want to do that. So I can pressure this Ren. Don't think I care about Tarmogoyf. Oh, well, we're doing that now. Now we are doing that instead. I hope they don't have Turak. Turak is the only card that matters here. Liliana. I don't think I care about that one. Each player discards a card. I think I'm discarding Boseiju. Oh, Boseiju is ramp, actually. So I guess I'm discarding Garrison, huh? I guess it ramps my opponent. So I guess I'm beating the Boseiju. Yeah, I think we're just beating the Boseiju. Endurance, yep. By Tarmogoyf. I think we attack Lily. Let me Krasis first. It's pretty bad. I think I'm gonna go after Ren and 6. Man, this is close. This is really, really close. Ren or Liliana? Or Face, honestly. There's an argument for just going Face. I have a 3-turn clock in play. Nah, it's gotta be Liliana. Sure. Why would you do that right there? I don't know. But I'll take it. Thank you. Even if they have Monkey, I don't care. They can't minus Lily. Yeah, the F6 value just lured my opponent into the incorrect play. As it often does. Takenuma. Okay. Well, now I wish I had attacked the Ren last turn. Returns DRC. Okay. Okay. Plus on Takenuma is actually quite strong, I think. So here I can discard a castle. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna discard Garrison, I think, because if I draw a Titan, I want to make sure that I can cast it, right? The problem is like I don't have a bounce land to like replay this now, but well, now I do. Do I have to attack Ren? I probably do, right? Probably do have to do this. Kind of awkward. Play out T-West so I can set up a transmute, or play out Turf. I think I'm gonna play out Turf so that I can replay Turf next turn. Replay Bog, sorry. The opponent can minus the Liana if they want to. Kills my Grazer. Man, Endurance is so good. I'm actually kind of surprised my opponent got back the DRC instead of getting back an extra Lily or an extra Ren. Like, I don't think DRC is going to be particularly relevant. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just wrong here. Okay, I was wrong, I guess. Keeping on top. Scary. Pretty scary. Plus on Takenuma. Prime time. Unlucky. All right, setting up for next turn. If you were going to bug them, why not attack Lily? Because then my opponent gets a Ren Emblem. I don't want my opponent having a Ren Emblem. Ren Emblem can... Like, it only takes my opponent to find one card, and then I'm dealing with... Like, if they find a Terminator or a Heat or something, I'm dealing with an infinity of that card. So Krasis would be a sick draw. Endurance would be pretty good. Summoner's Pact would be pretty good. Opponent's paying costs. Why? Just swing for 3? But now my bog is good. Before my bog was bad and now it's good. Okay. Transmute. For Summoner's Pact. Bog you. So we're gonna have to discard the Gruul Turf here. Just kind of awkward. I have two endurances, right? Yeah, so I can back for endurance if my opponent has like an Inquisition or something. I can just back for endurance. I could have casted that. Yes, but I couldn't, right? Because I top decked the Tolaria West, so I couldn't have transmuted. So no, it doesn't actually work. You're forgetting about an important part of that, which is the fact that, you know, if I hadn't discarded the castle, then like I couldn't have played the castle, right? Like I didn't know that I was going to transmute to find the Tolaria West. I didn't know what the top of my deck was. That Ren 6 is going to be challenging to beat. When are we getting to the West, and what will it do? What? I don't understand the question. Do we just back for Krasis here? And again, look at the difference between a pact for Krasis and a pact for, like, imagine if, like, I had Colossus instead of Krasis in my deck. I mean, look at how much worse it would be. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So Fountain doesn't actually change the Krasis math. The problem is if I do get prime time, then my opponent just Liliana minus, and I'm still in trouble, right? So I think it's better for me to Krasis, and I want to Krasis for 1, 2, 3. But I can draw a Gracer, and if I find a Gracer, then I can play that to Liliana. So I think I want a pact for Krasis. And do this. Unlucky, honestly. Like, this doesn't matter whether it's a 6-6 or a 7-7, right? But if I find a Gracer, then I can just use it to sack to Liliana. How did I miss Colony Garden? Yeah, Colony would have been good there for sure. Don't Turok me. Bloodbraid Elf? Fuck yeah. Remember Bloodbraid? Those were the times. So pay for pact 1, 2, 3. I guess I can Krasis X equals 4. If I discard Valakut instead of this. So discard a card in shock. Okay. Titan o'clock. Hello, Fransky. I'm gonna make me buy Krasis. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Titan o'clock. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, feel that would have also been great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to discard Valakut here, which is obviously bad if we find Dryad, but this effectively is drawing a card. Opponent ready minus Lily. And I don't want to get got by Inquisition or Thoughtseize, so opponent pluses Ren. Okay. Big attack, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can't haste even if we find the prime time, which is a little bit awkward. Amulet doesn't do shit. Covenant Giant. What are my Primeval Titans, man? I swear there are some of them in the deck, aren't they? There have to be. Oh, perfect. Has this sound making stuff knife in the butt yet? Not yet, but it will. It will eventually. I'm not, you know. It's fine. Well, obviously my sideboarding needs to be very different, right? Like these members are just terrible, and opponent can minus Ren to kill the Krasis, but if they do that, that's just great. I wonder if I should have blocked the DRC, actually. Yeah, I should have blocked the DRC. Because of Ren Emblem now. So they have infinite K commands, so I'm going to discard Amulet. They don't have enough to lethal me yet, because they don't have enough mana. So if I find Primeval Titan, I guess we win. Transmute, 1, 2, 3. I guess I can bring my opponent down to 1, never mind. Maybe they'll fetch. The second best converge spell ever printed behind ending. I mean, it's okay. I guess drawing Krasis now. We drew all of our Krasis. Never mind, they're all gone. So we gotta draw prime time now. So this is gonna be a K command, shocking and making me discard, I assume. Yeah. Take my amulet. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I guess they have Unholy Heat, so prime time is not good enough. Just realized that. Or my opponent will just tap out for no reason and give me an opening. That's also fine. This is a really bad play. So now I win if I find Primeval Titan. Really, really bad play. Primeval Titan. Let me punish my opponent. Let me punish them. So close. So close. Ugh. Okay. Okay. What are we doing here? I think we have one Summoner's Pact left in the deck, so we transmute. Play this. Play Primeval Titan, have 1 mana left. I can bog my opponent's graveyard. Liliana cannot minus. I guess I can't bog because I need to get Radiant Fountain. No, that doesn't work. So I think I'm just dead. If I have kept Amulet. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that my opponent was going to make the absolute worst possible play, right? Oh, this is not a bounce land. You're right. You're right. This doesn't work. So I can dismember without paying life, but I still take 4. So just lose. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's sideboard properly this time around. Endurance seems great. Summoner's Pact seems good. I don't think I want Sagas. Amulet sucks, but Engineer Explosive is actually good. I have to imagine my opponent has monkeys. Like, they didn't draw anyone that game, but I think they have to have one. No, I mean, again, like, if it had been any other bounce land, it wouldn't have been good enough anyway. Am I cutting Steve? I don't think I'm cutting Steve. Yeah, I think I'm cutting Steve. Why is Steve better than Explorer? Because Explorer is a good draw in the late game and Steve's not. Am I keeping this hand? I mean, this hand is incredible against discard spells. Sure, fuck it. This hand is too funny not to keep. So we're gonna play T-West on turn 2, which sets me up for better draws. It basically sets me up for a Titan or like something else. Yeah, this is time for Hole to shine. Let's go, Hole. So what do I want to draw here? I want to draw Explorer. I want to draw Steve. I want to draw Gracer. Force of Vigor? No way. My opponent is a greed monster. Absolute greed monster. How can they ever support Force of Vigor? How can they ever pitch a green card to force? Some crazy shit. Some crazy shit. Right opponents. Yeah, they're pitching Tarmogoyf. Yeah, but they have like 4 Tarmogoyfs, 4 Wrens. That's it. That's all their green cards. That's it. 4 Goyf, 4 Wren. Period. My next level play was fruitful. Got him. If you're voting for a force, you can pitch your force to the second force. Sure. You got me. I guess you got me. Is my opponent playing Saga, or are they... I guess they are not playing Saga. They showed me Blood Parade. Dryad. Bojuka Bog. Any of those would be great. How about a blank instead? I'll take a blank. I'll take a blank. I think I want to pass this turn, and then next turn I can potentially transmit for Bog. Will I have time for the creativity deck? Yes. We'll be playing some creativity later today. Damn, my baby's just not having it today. I mean, I guess this DRC is kind of clocking me. Not like super clocking me, but kind of clocking me. Oh, we're gonna see another main deck Colligan's Command. Is that the line right here? Yes, do it, please. Please do it. Please just main face Colligan's Command me. Oh no, how can I ever beat this? Okay, they're getting back Goyf, that's fine. It's not the worst. Pitching Den of the Bugbear. So... okay. Dryad's a fine draw. So we're just gonna go play that, play Covenant Giant, say go. And now next turn I can transmute for fucking... what's his name? For Valakut? Or I can transmute for Bog. And Holy Heat is the only card that I don't want to see. And Holy Heat would be kind of beating here. I could also transmute for... yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. So now if I draw Primeval Titan, I can't even cast it, which is pretty devastating. It's a big Goyful. What do we want to draw here? Natural Bog would be the best draw, I guess. Endurance would also be sick. Hey, look at that. Yeah. I guess this is what's up. So we're gonna Endurance right now to play around and Holy Heat. What a messed up card this Endurance is. So next turn I can activate Call and my opponent can't really deal with it, which is funny. 4/5 Goif is kind of threatening though. I did play the T-West though. I did play the Bounce Land. We do have guaranteed next turn. I don't know what you mean. That's pretty good. That is pretty good for sure. Rainbow Seiju. Okay. Take 5. Prime time? Prime time? Krasis. So we're technically not dead. 3 to transmute. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could Cavern on Beast and Pact for Krasis. I guess it's better to just activate Hole. And I am gonna name Cavern on Beast though. Gives me more flexibility next turn. So we lose to a variety of things. Like that Season Pyromancer was messed up. Like that was a really, really good Season Pyromancer. Alpine Moon. So we have to activate in response. And this is gonna remain a 7/7. At least for the turn. I guess it's gonna lose Ward, right? Who's normally favoring this matchup? We are. But our hand, like, has not worked out. Yeah, they have Thoughtseize. Oh, wow. Okay. They have Ashiok? Jesus. Okay. Well, good thing I didn't transmute, huh? They do have DRC now. So we're dead to Collins Command, we're dead to Bolt. Stuff like that. I mean, I think my opponent should attack with everything. They're throwing away Goif, but they're getting in there for 3 points of damage, putting me down to 2, and then now they have outs to like drawing Ren or drawing stuff like that. Like if I untap, there's just so many different ways. Like they throw away a DRC, and there's so many different ways that things can go to, that they can go poorly for them. So I think this is a fine attack. Den of the Bugbear. Yeah, that's even more of a reason to do that. Prime time! God damn it, man. So I guess I have to Krasis. Yeah. I don't love this, but it's kind of what it is. Summoner's Pact. We make it 2/2. Dryad is interesting. Dryad is actually a very interesting draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I guess it's not. Never mind. It's not an interesting draw. So I guess we need to like draw natural Valakut. That's how we get out of this. But my opponent's gonna. I guess if they attack, they don't get Season Pyro tokens. That is lethal though. Oh man! Ugh, it was so close. It was so close. Yeah, our hand just did not function. Maybe I should not have cut that Steve. My deck became Clunk City after I cut Steve. Anyway. Okay, I'm not super high on this card, if I'm being honest. Like, it did not impress me at all throughout that league. It was cast multiple times too. Like, it was cast multiple times and not a single time it was impressive. Like, I just felt like I was just casting it and hoping that, you know, I was rolling the dice and things worked out, but they just didn't. So, yeah, this is... I don't know. Like, I'm probably going to try it out a couple more leagues or something, but... not super sold on it. Not super sold on it. Hall was... I guess we only saw it in the last match. Maybe it's okay. I just struggle to think that it's better than a second copy of Boseiju. Like, I feel like I want 3 Boseijus. Like, this card is just so good. So, I don't know. Lots of things to think about with this deck right now, which is cool. Makes it more fun. I really wish that I had drawn Steve more. I did not draw Steve that much at all in that league, but alright. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe button. If you want to support the channel, you can do so through Patreon, donations straight to the stream. You can sub on Twitch, like a bunch of different ways to go about it. And if you're interested in coaching sessions as well, you can find all the information in the description of the video down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.